If Wall Street breathes a sigh of relief with Kamala Harris being named to the ticket, what does Bernie Sanders do?
Senator Bernie Sanders was on CNN with Jake Tapper and showed us all once again why he is the most reasonable man in America, despite the fact that liberals keep attacking him. So I'm going to get to one of those attacks in a minute here, but this is centered around a question that was brought up about Kamala Harris being the VP pick and Wall Street's reaction to that. So Jake Tapper shared this quote here from Bill Daley, Wells Fargo Vice Chairman of Public Affairs, on Kamala being on the ticket. Bill Daley said, quote, "I think she is a reasonable, rational person who has worked in the system. Is she a progressive? Yes. Is she someone who wants to burn the building down? No. I think she wants to strengthen the building." Now, obviously, look, the word progressive gets thrown around. It's lost all meaning at this point. But Wall Street, basically, Wall Street is happy with Kamala Harris. And this question was posed to Bernie Sanders, and look at how he reacted.
If Wall Street breathes a sigh of relief with Kamala Harris being named to the ticket, what does Bernie Sanders do?
Well, Bernie Sanders does everything that he can to defeat Donald Trump, who is undermining American democracy. Donald Trump who has lied to the American people repeatedly on every issue. Donald Trump, who was not supportive of continuing and maintaining those $600 supplementary checks that workers desperately need, or the $1,200 checks that many working families need. Donald Trump, who wants to throw 32 million people off the health insurance that they have. Donald Trump, who does not even recognize science in terms of the pandemic or in climate change. So what Bernie Sanders is going to do is do everything that I can to defeat Donald Trump, to elect Joe Biden. And after the Democrats have control of the Senate and the House, and Joe is the president, we're going to do all that we can to mobilize people for a progressive agenda. But this is not a complicated issue. Donald Trump must be defeated. Biden must be elected. And after that election, we're going to do all that we can to fight for a progressive agenda.
So there we go. Bernie Sanders there, Skyping in from Planet Endor. I wish I could take credit for that joke. Actually, I went to look up to see who made that joke, and about 30 people popped up. So somebody said it, though, on Twitter, and I saw it. Pretty funny. But anyways, Bernie Sanders here, making the obvious point that the focus right now, getting out Trump, and then when Democrats have power, mobilizing a mass movement of people to put pressure on a Biden administration, or not even just a Biden administration, on the Democratic Party, on Democratic senators, people in the House, putting pressure on them to support legislation that people need. Forget that's, progressive or left or whatever. No, people need help. They need health care. They need financial assistance. They need their student debt canceled, medical debt canceled. People need help. So Bernie here discussing how to do it. You're not going to get any help at all, or any opportunity to build a movement, a movement around pushing Republicans to support anything. So the only way right now, the only course of action, is to vote for the person you rather fight. Do you rather fight Trump or Biden? I think it makes a lot more sense to fight Biden than it does to fight Trump. As you've seen, fighting Trump causes all of us to have to refight fights you already won, be it on Paris climate, on the Iran deal, on DAPL, all things that Trump made issues once again after they had already been settled. But despite this, despite how reasonable Bernie Sanders is being here, you still got the liberals going after him for literally made up stories from conservative think tanks. So I covered this one last week. I don't want to go too deep into Jason Johnson's take on this because this is what I cover specifically. But you can watch my video on that. It's a few days ago. Just look up Jason Johnson's name on my channel. You'll see it. But him here putting the blame on Bernie Sanders for blocking Board of Governor nominees that Obama was trying to appoint to the USPS. But Bernie blocking them because these were people that wanted to defund and privatize the Postal Service. So Jason Johnson blaming Bernie because Trump had filled those spots now. but also not pointing out the fact that Trump could have just gotten rid of those people that may have already been there and replaced him with his own people. But anyways, clearly the blame here should be put on Obama and on the Democratic Party for allowing allowing picks to go through that wanted to privatize and defund the Postal Service. And then, of course, Marcos, this guy jumps into with his these two, Jason Johnson and Marcos, Dumb and Dumber here. It's incredible what these guys post without knowing anything at all about what they're saying. So Marcos jumps in saying, a reminder what purity brings you. Senator Sanders blocked Obama appointees, and now we have an all-white, all-male board of governors helping Trump. What the hell does all-white, all-male have anything to do with their actual politics? Like, these same people, would you back Tim Scott for president? A Republican? Just because he's black? These stupid idiots. But that's his framing here. And then Warren Gunnels correctly stomps this out, saying the postal nominees Bernie blocked 5 years ago were white Republican men picked by Mitch McConnell, who wanted to gut the Postal Service, privatize it, and slash jobs, pensions, and healthcare benefits. The only one who benefits from the slanderous and baseless attacks is Donald Trump. Then Marcos continues, pretending he thinks he knows what he's talking about, saying, actually, I checked closely, hoping you're right. There were 3 Democrats, including a black man, among those blocked. Completely ignoring what they wanted to do. Just completely ignoring. And then he comes back, Warren Gunnels, postal nominees that Bernie blocked were Republican white men picked by Mitch McConnell, opposed by the NAACP and the AFL-CIO and the Postal Union. And here's, I guess an email from back then. Anyways, I went through all of the details of this in the Jason Johnson video. But this is what these liberals continue to do. Whether it's Jason Johnson, Marcos, or any other idiot liberal on Twitter or in media, they, even after Sanders is out, and you would think at this point you're trying to win his voters over to back Joe Biden, but instead they continue to attack Bernie Sanders. If you are trying to lose the election, this is how you do it. If you're trying to lose the election, you go online or go on television. Jason Johnson's on MSNBC all the time now, even after he called Bernie Sanders co-chairs and his staff he called them misfit black girls or something. Anyways, I covered that before. But you put people like this on television to slam the guy that has at least half the party supporting him. If that's how you want to, if this is your strategy to win, I mean, these guys, if they're undercover Republicans, then all of this makes a lot more sense because they're trying to suppress the vote of progressives coming out for Joe Biden. But if these are people that actually want Joe Biden to win, then they are total idiots. So it really doesn't matter what Bernie does, what he says. They pile on anyways. They make up stories. Again, this article he links to, literally written by somebody from the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank. Brian McNichol, Heritage Foundation, senior writer. And now he's a conservative columnist. Like, this is the shit they used to slam Bernie Sanders. It's out of this world. Much like the planet Endor.